Hello, XL Geeks. This is Jack, and I am back with a robot workshop today. Today we are joined by Aditya Kumar Darak. Welcome to the stream.
Hi, Jack. Thank you for inviting me. And as a fellow nerdy guy, I always look forward to meet interesting people who are also into like competition Excel and like beta testing this OA robot. So looking forward.
Yeah, it's been great being you. You were in the same joiner group with me in OA Robot. It was really great to kind of come on together. We've both been in the same WhatsApp groups and Discord discussing OA Robot and helping solve each
eh,
other's problems. So, for anyone that hasn't met Aditya before, Aditya is a unique, curious child with a gamer's spirit, and recently was awarded an MVP. I believe this happened over Diwali, so it would have just been amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing actually because that time I was with my family, and Diwali is one of the festivals that is spiritually and religiously celebrated across all over India. This festival is very important for us because we worship goddess Lakshmi, who brings money for us, and we worship her. And this festival has more significance because it metaphorically reflects how truth always wins over the evil.
You were back home with family and got to experience this news while you were all celebrating together in the presence of
Yeah,
family and friends.
exactly. And I went my hometown after 8 years. So I was with my grandparents, my childhood friends, my uncle, and everyone. So we had a blast this Diwali.
That's amazing. Well, what a great story, and what a great way to spend your Diwali, just celebrating and then celebrating some more. So,
Yeah.
fantastic news. Congratulations. We're going to look at some OA robot today. And I believe you've got a couple of examples of what you've been doing with OA Robot to share with us today.
Yeah. So prior to OA robot, I am writing lambdas all since 2022. And you can say I am writing lambdas day and night because I am practicing XLBI challenges and Omid challenges and many other challenges. Because as I told you, I am a gamer, right? And that helps me a lot to boost my skills to practice on the field directly instead of just learning about something. And prior to OA robot, I was using advanced formula environment, in short AFE, and I was using it a lot. But still, it always takes me a lot of time arranging everything, learning from someone else. So today I will be showing you some stuff how nowadays use this OA robot. That is like you can say is my gaming console now, where I can quickly put some commands and it will give me everything, all the skills that I need. So that's what I am using right now, and I will be showing that.
Great. Let's switch
Okay.
to your screen view and we'll have a go.
So see, this is one of the Excel BI challenges, and if someone doesn't know, these are right now Excel BI has been also is also MVP now, and I'm not exaggerating, but nowadays you can say in your resumes as well, I am continuously solving these challenges, and
Mm.
Excel BI challenges has are like my playground where I have been playing, and you can say they are like gladiator, a colosseum where many gladiators are coming and you can fight with them and have fun with them learning from their skills. So that's always XLBI challenges for me. So this was yesterday's challenge, and you can see what they are saying is how many words are missing alphabets, and I will be solving this issue.
Yeah.
And how can we do that? So I will be solving this way. So before moving forward, what I normally do is I always replace my names in a way so that it is easier for the user to understand what I have done. So what I'm going to do is I am writing this way words
Mm.
and then going here and will select input cells.
Great.
So what will happen is because I have selected these cells, the OA robot understand these are my input cells and they are being used. They will be the parameters kind of thing if you are building lambdas then. And now what I'm going to do is, see, I will be calculating len because I have to split up them. So all I can do is now words. Great. And then split them. So I can come here, mid, selected this cell, sequence of my length. That's it. And now because I have to find my missing alphabets, what can do is I can come for the characters and then function and sequence 26. And if you know, the lowercase alphabets starts from 97. If you don't know, not a problem. You can come here, code, and just type this one. That's it. And you can see I've got all my alphabets. And now here is the trick to calculate the missing ones. All I can do is I will show you something interesting. I will select both of them, and then I am coming here and going to use unique function. And here is the magical trick. The true, it will only give me items that are appearing only once. And that's it.
That's
I've got
brilliant.
my missing alphabets.
What a great
Yeah,
use of unique.
again, that trick I have learned from Bhavya Gupta from solving these Excel BI challenges. And then finally, that will be my result. So I can do is array to text. And that's it. So I have
Great.
got my answer. And let's say the challenge has stopped here. All I can now do is first I will do is simply I will select this cell so that I don't mess up anything here. And will come here and see generate let statement. See, all my let statement is made and I don't have to do anything now. I just have to copy and send it to the comments and my solution is done. If I have to do it earlier, I have to go one by one cell and figure out everything one by one and change
And
it
write
out
all of that
everything
out.
one by one. Yeah.
I love
So it
your use of headers there and how they become the titles for each step, the names for each step. That works brilliantly.
yeah. So if I haven't done it, it will have given me step one, step two, step three. So that is not good for me because I get confused what I have done earlier. So I tend to keep my names in a way so that if the next time I see them, I have got a bit picture. Okay, I have done this way.
Great. Well, that's a great. I love that use. I love that you can then take what you've generated there and pop that straight into LinkedIn and show your solution to the problem, and it's very clearly marked out for someone else to easily understand what you're doing.
Yeah, and every day it is saving my 5 minutes. So in a year, and if I'm writing other challenges and everything, it is saving me 5 minutes every time. So it means a lot to me now. And okay, so right now you have seen how I have solved these challenges. But the most important part is if you are learning from my solutions, how can you figure out what I have done? So that's where what you can do is I will show you another challenge where I have solved this challenge. And what I'm gonna do is you can see this is one of another challenges that is from Omid, and he also send the challenges on the alternate days. So now what can I do is I will just click on here. All right. So it will take things here and you can see this was the challenge, right? So now you can come here and you can see I have solved this challenge and now all you can do is you can copy it. Got it? And then simply come here, working area, and I am going to paste my formula. That's it. But now
Great.
you want to decode the formula and see what I have done in this wall part, right? Because I have used let and lambda and everything.
Yeah.
So what can I do? So if you see, one sec. Yeah, that's my function, right? So I am coming here, I'm selecting this much part, and that is my lambda. But I need to give a reference, and otherwise it will give me simply a calc error. So what's the problem here? Because I need to give a reference, and you can see the group by function, what it does is it will group this much part. Got it?
Mm.
So what can I now do is I will select this individual range from here to here.
Okay.
Great. And that's it. I've got my answer 4 and it is matching here. So now what can I do is I will see. Okay, before going there, I will show you one thing that is of cycling led steps before giving you the finale. So I will keep it here. I will come down. All right. So now what can I do? You can see here, I have used a variable a, right? So what can I
Yeah.
do is I can write the variable a and I will copy this much part and this much part here and then release this wall part because we don't need it. All right. And now all I can do is I can use cycle let step and you can see now every time I have arranged my variables in a way so that now I can go one by one variable at a time. So what it is doing is it is starting from here and selecting one
Yeah.
by one variable here. So next time it will select the length and you can see. All right. And if you want to do it faster, you can now press F4 because it will repeat the same step again and again. So F4, I have
F4
got
is
this much
genius.
part.
I'm so glad that's added.
Yeah,
It's been great.
yeah, yeah. And now the thing is, I am from a finance background and I don't understand things if they are not properly arranged. And I want to see the outcome and the code at the same time. So that's the problem. I cannot do this way one by one and see one by one step. So what can I do? So that's where the feature of let one thing comes. And what can we do is let me format the formula. So the formula is formatted, and now what can I do is I am coming here and audit formula step. The moment I do it, I can see everything. And Eric, uh, Eric has also made it very great. It has organized properly what are my input characters, and you can see A was my input character. And now you can see one by one what I have done, and you can see the outcome at the same time. And that is very good for me. And now anyone can understand in a go.
Hmm.
Okay, Aditya has done one by one these kind of things. Right.
I love
So
that. And I've not actually seen it expanded and seen the input cells marked out like that as well, which is just even better because you go, right, so that is my input and that's what I'm working with. It's brilliant.
yeah, that's I also found out today as well about how if we are auditing the lambda steps,
Mhm.
we are going for this much part as well.
That's great. I love it. Thank you for showing that. That is amazing. I love that you've taken an example and shown us how you build it up, create a let statement to go up to LinkedIn, and then shown us how you can bring something off LinkedIn and split that out in a way that's easily understandable just using OA robot there.
Yeah, and if you see these steps, and if someone is not overcomplicating all those stuffs in one go, then that kind of can be a problem. But yeah, if you are seeing my solutions, you can always find I am making one by one steps, so
Mm.
that that is easier for anyone to understand. And with OA robot, now I feel like it is very easy for me to decode a formula and to encode a formula that
Yeah,
is super fast. Otherwise, it would have taken more than 30 minutes to me to
to break
understand
that
what
down.
is going on. Yeah,
Absolutely. I completely agree. And I think the interesting thing is you do very clear formula. So when it's broken out like this, it's very easy to see exactly what you've done because you've got the names spelled out and it is a very clear step by step process which you follow. I think even with some of the more complex solutions, OA Robot also helps you see what's been done there to some degree. You might it might help you to rename the steps as something that you actually prefer as you're
yeah,
going, but um, even with something that's not clearly laid out, it does help you understand a bit better. But looking at your solutions and pulling that through there is just it's it's really simple to go through and see exactly what you've done and how you got to that solution.
Yeah, that
Great
will
job.
be very easy.
Thank you very much for joining us today and for showing us what you've been doing with OA Robot. I've played around with some of the other commands, but I'm using it mostly to just generate lambdas, using a similar method to what you did with the generate let statement earlier. Um, so it is really
Yeah,
exciting to see that. I'm glad that you've shared that with us. Is there anything that you really looking forward to trying out still in OA Robot?
I want to make my own Jarvis, in short. Like the way Tony Stark Iron Man has done. I want to make something like that. So now I can fire all my bullets here and there to those crazy monsters, like these, you can say, the crazy lambdas, and it is easy to decode. I can make my own lambdas so that I don't have to remember what I have done earlier. So that is
Mm,
easier for me now with the commands and everything, because now I can write the description completely and it will find for me instead of remembering everything. So that's what I want to do, make thousand of the commands and like Tony Stark. And for me, it will be like a child lock. Yeah,
it's great. That I'm really excited. That is literally Eric keeps referring to it as this is his Iron Man suit that he's built up.
when AI will come in it, and that will be a total flash, because right now I am doing some kind of crazy stuffs about training AI, custom GPTs, you can say. And if someday Eric has also attended that session with Brian Julius, and if someday it happens, Eric trains his own AI and he links all these commands, okay, with the AI. Now it will be a total blast, and I cannot just assume what will be the possibility, but that will be just amazing. The way you can train your own AI so that it is completely trained by you and it will give proper things. So, just on a side note, I also write a lot of Power Query answer or solutions on these challenges. So, on one of the challenges, Brian Julius, whom I call brand ambassador of AI, so he's like, you can say him, Tom Cruise. He always do all these kind of impossible stunts. So am always looking forward for him. So he mentioned in one of the posts how like he says, I am into 1% of Power Query. 1% of population use Power Query. Okay, and out of 1% I am staying there. So he has trained his Power Query AI in a way that is competing with me right now, and that gave a lot of good answers. So that is amazing. I have spent 30 minutes to write that code. Instead, AI can just write it for me. That will be just like completely different.
Yeah, I think it's a game changer at the moment, and it is. I'm not sure how much of AI is making my brain lazy, um, because with an AI that I can't really train, just the generic one that you kind of like searching online, um, I do find myself cutting out chunks of code that I would normally write um,
Yeah.
to save 5 minutes here and there. So thank you very much for joining us today and sharing your secrets with us. And we look forward to seeing you again soon. Maybe in the new year you can show us some of your new tricks that you've picked up over the next few months.
As I'm a unique and curious child, I am always learning. And yeah, we will definitely meet and I will show you more of this trick.
Great. Thank you, Aditya, and see you all later. Thanks for joining us.